Hi, this is Kimball Bullington, and this is an introduction to Management 6200, Lean Project Management Principles. And welcome to the course. I'm going to take you on just a quick overview of the course. I want to say up front, there is no textbook required for this course. There is an optional reading, which is this book, Critical Chain by Ellie Goldratt. It's an easy read. If you decide you want some extra credit for some reason, or if you just want to learn a little more, it's a very accessible book, but I would recommend you get it now. There are assignments due pretty much every weekend, which means including the first weekend, so the July 4th weekend. I have several assignments due on the same day. They're all due on Sunday night, or at least until the last week, in which there's some due on Friday night, which is the official last day of the class. Just be aware of that. It doesn't mean you have to do them all on Sunday night. You could space them out and do them as you come to them, but I do put them all due at the same time. A little bit easier to keep up with. The course is aimed at helping everyone do project management better. It's not primarily aimed at the professional project managers, though I hope to give you some insights into maybe different ways to use tools, or maybe even some different tools to use. So it's aimed at all of us, because all of us do projects. And the way we're going to tackle the course is we're all going to pick a project to do individually, and then as we learn the new tools, we're going to apply those tools to the project we're working on. Because we're doing it that way, we have to sort of front load the assignments. For instance, there are tools that we will use, especially one tool that we'll use to sort of manage the project as we go through it. Typically in a project management course, that would be introduced last, but if you're actually going to use the tool, you need it earlier. And so that's what we'll be doing. Looking at our D2L, and everything will be in D2L. We have modules, as you can see, 6 modules. We deal with chartering, planning, executing, monitoring and closing, controlling and closing. We combine those. And then finally, managing project realities. Each one of those has assignments. Powerful tools. We start with project selection, then we'll go to chartering, which really sort of defines and scopes the project, and then we'll introduce different tools like work breakdown structure, a practical way to do work breakdown structure. We'll look at a practical way to sort of control the project. I'm going to emphasize Kanban boards as my primary tool. We'll also introduce Gantt charts, but I'm going to focus on Kanban boards. I think that's going to be more useful for many of you. So just go through these, and you might also want to open up your calendar, which is under the communication tab, and when you open the calendar you can see what is due every week. Sometimes it may have actually a beginning of a task on one of those, but you see there's a load, and then particularly on the 11th we have a lot there that's due on the 11th. It's a 5-week course, and we're putting a whole semester's worth of work into 5 weeks. We're not abbreviating the course, we're just compacting it. So you have to hit the ground running. Do not delay in opening these assignments. A comment about discussions. We have discussion boards here, and they're multi-purpose. One is you may be able to learn from someone else and what they're doing in their project, or they may give you feedback as you discuss your own project. And this often happens. This usually happens. But if you wait until they're due to post, and then you just like post, nobody really has an opportunity to discuss. You're just posting. So you miss out on most of the value of the discussion boards if all you do is post and not discuss. So just be aware of that. Try to post fairly early in the cycle and then monitor it a couple of times during the week and maybe clean it up at the end. So I hope you enjoy the course. I will be I've posted actually several projects that I have worked on in the past. I'm probably going to create a project myself along with you, maybe slightly ahead of you, to work on at the same time. 5 weeks for a project. A lot of our projects are no longer than that, but they're intense. Let's get into it. Let's participate in the discussions. I look forward to meeting you in the discussion boards, and welcome to the course.